CIL 650, in association with Tom Lucas Productions, presents Radio Real Estate.
A house in the middle of Australia.
And now, here are your hosts, Bill Macklem, Fern Northcutt, and Tom Lucas.
We're all together again. We're here. It's the Radio Real Estate Show. Good morning and welcome. Very special day today in the program. Today is the last day of fall. No, winter. winter.
So this must be spring.
No, it's tomorrow, spring, yeah.
Spring is sprung.
Spring is sprung.
Spring is sprung.
Grass
The
is
grass.
grizz.
You can stop right there, please. Yeah. Fern, how are you?
I'm well, Tom. How are you guys doing?
Well, we're breaking out the shorts tomorrow. You breaking out the shorts too?
Hey,
She'd probably
tomorrow?
better have shorts.
I think it's still a little too cold for shorts.
It's never too cold for shorts. I know a guy that's saving up for the bottoms of his pants. He just wears shorts all the time. Fern, you like this. It's a very special day in history today, Bill. What happened on this day in history way back when?
Today is National Chocolate Caramel Day.
National Chocolate Caramel Day?
Yes.
You like chocolate caramel, Fern?
I do. Caramel is my favorite.
Well, today's the day.
No, we'll take care of her after the show.
Exactly.
Yeah. So welcome to the Radio Real Estate Program. Fern, what you doing this morning? How are you?
I can't complain at all.
No, you
Can't
can't.
complain one little bit.
Life is grand. And Bill, how are you, buddy?
I am just wonderful.
Okay, we got lots to cover on the show today. Bill Macklem is here. He is the president of Dominion Macklem Mortgages. He's also the radio real estate expert when it comes down to mortgages. He'll talk to you about that. Also, you have the mortgage rate update in a few minutes. Are things changing a little bit?
And not much.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll see.
Pretty well stable, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And Bill also answers your mortgage question of the week.
Later on the show, we'll be talking about shadow flipping, assignment of sale contracts, and just where the market is going at this particular
I have a feeling we're going to be doing a lot of talking about that on the show, right, Fern?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. I've got all my stats here in front of me from the Professional Standards Manual, which is kind of interesting, too.
Nice.
So our radio real estate home handyman, Finn Jensen, is here this morning, and as usual, he's ready with a thought or two.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Monica Medina Briga, president of Mummy Mays, will be here with their spring cleaning tip of the week.
Kind of hard to say after the breakfast Chablis, isn't it?
I tell you, I got to get up earlier. My tongue gets twisted.
Yeah, no kidding. It's real easy. The radio real estate headlines are back again due to popular demand. What we'll do again this morning is, because I liked it so much last week, I'll throw out some headlines that are going on, and you guys, with your infinite wisdom, will explain what the heck is happening, right? So that should be kind of interesting. And also, we're going to welcome a couple of guys back to the show that have been with us before, Colin and Justin. They have a program on television. It's called Cabin Pressure, and we're going to be talking to them about maybe fixing them. Yeah, so that'll be fun.
Yeah, interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And Bill's mortgage question of the week is coming up, and if there's anything you'd like to know, leave your question for Bill on our website, radiorealestate.ca. Start that again. I'm with you today, Bill. RadioRealEstateShow.ca, RadioRealEstateShow.ca, and Bill will answer it on next week's show.
Andrea Jock of Keller Williams Lee Realty is on the show. She's going to bring us up to date on what's happening with real estate in the Tri-Cities area.
And Don Mortimer from Remax Crest Realty Westside is with us this morning to take a look at the Greater Vancouver real estate market.
He certainly will. It's 3 minutes after 10 o'clock, 10:03. You are listening to the Radio Real Estate Show live on CIL 650, Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. Time now for the weekly mortgage rate update with our mortgage resident expert, Mr. Bill Macklem. Just happens to be the president of Dominion Macklem Mortgages. We're lucky to have him on the show. And Billy, you say things aren't changing too much. What are they looking like?
We're still having some half-decent discounts on the prime, so that's still good. Lenders are getting a little bit more aggressive. It's as we said earlier in the year on this show, and I'm sure our listeners remember that we were saying that once RSP season was over, the rates would start trickling a little bit, and they're starting to trickle. They have some 30-day quick closes. They have some 45-day quick closes with a CMHC insured or regular financing. So there are some excellent rates out there.
Have you found anybody yet with the toaster?
I'm looking for the one with the sides that flap down.
I see. Well, in the next segment of the program, Bill will be answering the mortgage question of the weekend. Later, we'll be joined by Colin and Justin of TV's Cabin Pressure. Monica Dinabriga, the president of Mummy Maids, will be here, and she has her very first spring cleaning tip for us on this show. That'll be interesting.
It will be, won't it? You're listening to Vancouver's original on-air open house, Radio Real Estate, on CIL 650.
Want to dance?
No, I'm good. Thanks.
I wasn't talking to you.
Oh.
Fern?
Talking to me?
Yeah. No, not you either, Dwayne.
You talking to me?
Yes,
You're
ma'am.
talking to me?
Are you talking to me? 5 minutes after 10 o'clock, it's the Radio Real Estate Show on Smooth and Easy, CIL 650. And more coming up with Bill and Fern and Tom and Dwayne. And Just a couple of minutes on Sea Isle 650.
Introducing Mommy Maids, a business created out of the lack of employment opportunities for single moms with flexible working hours. From residential to commercial, you can trust their insured and bonded cleaning professionals with any task. Let them clean your castle with no hassle. Go to mummymaids.com or call 604-533-4959.
1, 2, 3, ABC. Mommy Maids come rescue me.
Good morning. It's Tom Lucas from the Radio Real Estate Show. Mike Farkas is at the other end of the line. And Mike, I understand not only do I have to go to the doctor today, but I got to bring my car in for a spring checkup.
It's a full inspection there. We're going to check everything from your tires to belts to hoses to electrical. Make sure everything's good for springtime and getting ready for that, vacation time.
Well, one good thing about this is I can apply online. I can't do that with my doctor. What's your website?
NorthVancouverNissan.com.
Hi, it's Bill Macklem from Dominion Macklem Mortgages. As your mortgage broker, I am your home loan consultant, helping you finance the largest debt of your life. All of us want to make the right financing decision when we're making this choice. Even after you sign for your mortgage, we are still there for you. Call us. Dominion Macklem Mortgages, 604-684-4663, 604-684-HOME.
CI 650.
Letters. We get letters. We get stacks and stacks of letters.
Yeah, well, it might be the end of winter, but it doesn't stop the people wanting to know what's going on in the world of mortgages. Do you have? Yes, you do. You have your new spring sweater on. Very nice, Bill. I like
It's
that.
slimmer.
It is, and the stripes are going this way instead of that way.
Exactly.
Make it look a lot slimmer.
But I hate it when it's hitting my knees.
What's it, the sweater?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, let's go over ahead. Fern, what do we have for Bill this morning?
So our question, Bill, in your brand new sweater, comes from Penny Oosterman of North Delta. Penny would like to know if the GST has to be paid on a unit that has never been occupied.
Absolutely.
What?
Absolutely.
Oh, okay.
GST is on new homes. So whether the new home has been occupied or not, it's still a new home. And until somebody pays the GST on the construction of that property, because there are a whole bunch of rebates on all the materials used in building that property. And so the government wants their tax, and they will get their tax.
So if they don't get the GST from me, they might go broke.
Absolutely.
Right,
because
okay, yeah.
they're having a
I
tough
think they're
time.
collecting it from a few people, Tom. We're not exclusive.
No, we're not. Holy cow.
It's payable on the purchase price of newly constructed or substantially renovated residential homes.
Mm-hmm.
Substantially renovated is defined in the legislation as the removal or replacement of most of the house construction components, except for the foundation, external walls, interior supporting walls, floors, door, roof, staircase, that kind of stuff.
I see.
And it's a 5% tax.
5%.
Now there are some rebates if you're a homeowner, but we'll get into that another time.
All right, looking forward to
Yeah, that's another topic. That would be a very good topic as well, because what is substantial renos?
So now, Bill, if somebody would like to get some more information off you, but they're afraid to come and see you in person because they know what a gruff guy you are, they can get a hold of you online, right?
They can call me at 604.
Nice.
684.
Yeah.
4663.
And you are a nice guy.
Well, we still have my mom's cookies. So I had some people come in the other day. They said, "Whose cookies are these?" I said, "My mom. She's 94, going to be 95 this October."
We love her. When are you going on vacation? I want to get your mom down here on the show one day.
She's a lot more fun than I am.
Well, yeah, I think so.
I'm not even going there, Bill.
It's Radio Real Estate. Thank you for listening, no matter who you are. We've got some information for you all about real estate. If you ever have a question about real estate, you can go to our website, which is radiorealestateshow.ca, and leave us a question, or you can call into the show anytime and talk to Fern or talk to Bill. Or you just want to get a date, talk to Dwayne. 10:09, and I think we have somebody very special from the Tri-Cities standing by on the telephone line. It's kind of hard when you stand by on the telephone line because somebody might want to use the other line, and they can't because you're standing on it. I think she's standing on it. Anyway, let's go to the Tri-Cities right now. Andrea Jock she's on the line. Andrea, are you there? Good morning.
Good morning, Tom. Hi, everyone.
Are you ready for tomorrow? Tomorrow's a big day here in the West Coast. It's finally spring.
I know. I'm so excited. We all in need of some sunshine to
Let
clear
me
up
tell you,
everyone's cold.
Andrea, I have been waiting for spring since the first day of fall.
I love this, and it's my birthday, too.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Add a little sunshine to our life. Oh, what's going on out there in the Tri-Cities?
It's been another great week in the Tri-Cities. Some areas and homes continue to get record-breaking prices and multiple offers. So if you're thinking about selling, now is a great time. Today I'm featuring a beautiful brand-new luxury home located at 850 Calvin Street. This elegant modern interpretation of classic craftsman-style home is architecturally designed for family living with its quality modern finishings, classic design, and professional landscape details. You don't want to miss seeing this one on the market for $2.48 million. Come by and check out the open house today from 2 to 4 and tomorrow from 1 to 5. Also, tomorrow from 1 to 3, come experience the Awakening of Nature, the first guided tree tour of 2016. Guided walks are hosted by the Riverview Horticultural Center Society. This is Andrea Jock for Radio Real Estate.
In the Tri-Cities, get in touch with Andrea at 604-783-3124 or visit pinnaclegrouprem.com. Phone again is 604-783-3124 or visit pinnaclegrouprem.com.
Thank you so much, Fern. Coming up, we're going to be chatting with the Radio Real Estate Story of the Week. We're going to be talking about all those wonderful headlines. Bill and Fern will give you, their educated opinion as to what's going on. Did you like that educated opinion?
That's very good.
I don't know what it means, but it sounds good. Also, a very special guest in the program this morning. We're having Colin and Justin back to the program. They're with television. They have their own program called Cabin Pressure. And I know that lots of people out here in BC buy cabins as secondary property, getaway property. Mm-hmm. We're going to find out how to make them look really good.
Yeah, vacation home. Good morning. This is Fern Northcott of Remax Performance Realty with mortgage expert Bill Macklem, president of Dominion Macklem Mortgage, producer Dwayne Bishop, and Tom Lucas. You're listening to Radio Real Estate, Vancouver's original on-air open house on CL 650.
Good morning. It's Tom Lucas from the Radio Real Estate Show. Mike Farkas is at the other end of the line. And Mike, I understand not only do I have to go to the doctor today, but I got to bring my car in for its spring checkup.
It's a full inspection there. We're going to check everything from your tires to belts to hoses to electrical. Make sure everything's good for springtime and getting ready for that, vacation time.
Well, one good thing about this is I can apply online. I can't do that with my doctor. What's your website?
NorthVancouverNissan.com.
Hi, this is Fern Northcott of Remax Performance. Your real estate dreams begin with you. Baby boomers move for various reasons. Perhaps your home is just too big, or you want to buy that toy you always wanted. Together, we will make that happen. Call or text me, Fern Northcott, 604-790-9066, 604-790-9066, or visit fnorthcott.com.
Hi, it's Bill Macklem from Dominion Macklem Mortgages. In these busy times, it is not always possible to get to a bank for appointments. With young families and busy agendas, we have found that our personal, professional, and our at-home service is very much appreciated. Call 604-684-4663, 604-684-HOME, or online at billymac.com. That's B-I-L-L-I, not a Y, M-A-C.com.
Vancouver weather.
Well, for this last day of winter for 2016, it's going to be mostly cloudy today with a high about 11 degrees. Willie, tomorrow and Monday.
We're going to have rain.
Oh.
Temperature steady near 11, showers later on in the evening. Monday, we're going to have some more showers. It's going to be a high of 13, and it's still going to be wet.
So the first couple of days of spring are going to be
wet.
Right. Where's that umbrella? Right now it is 8 degrees downtown Vancouver.
CL 650. I have got to bring my country brothers back into the fold. I got that country cabinitis in my soul.
Yeah, I got that country cabinitis in my soul. And you're right, Bill, there is a song for everything. Country cabinitis. Well, I know that you have this cabin in the country, and I said to you, it looks pretty, well, it's shabby, but not shabby chic. It just looks pretty crappy, to be honest, Bill. And I said, what are you going to do for you? I got to get a couple of guys on there who know all about this stuff.
What's wrong with the moose head?
Well, let's find out. Colin, Justin, good morning, guys.
Hey, good morning. And there's nothing wrong with a moose head as long as you use it wisely.
Well, it comes in a glass. It's called beer.
You guys are so bad. I was talking to one of the other fellows on the radio station. He says, who's your special guest on the show this week? I said, it's Colin and Justin, and we're really excited about having them on the show. He said, didn't one of them die a while ago? I said, no. It's the other guys.
We're well and truly in the land of the living. It's such a shame about Chris Heinman. So sad.
You know what?
Another really important pair of designers and really high-profile couple in the city of Toronto and in Canada. So, yeah, really sadly missed. Really sadly.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. You guys all do such a wonderful job in there. My wife and I, we watch you guys on TV. We take notes all the time.
Sorry, say again?
Yeah, every time you're on TV, you're talking, we're taking notes. I got to go out and buy this, buy that, buy this, buy that after you guys are finished.
Well, you know what? I think that's the thing. I think your home's got to be organic. Your cabin, your cottage as well. It's got to move with the times. Or else, you don't change anything. You wake up in 15 years' time and go, oh,
our house is really dated. What happened? Hopefully you update your wardrobe. It's not about being a fashion victim, but it is about being aware of, changing colors and trends and stuff, and then adapting to that so you don't get left behind.
I know, too, that a lot of the baby boomers, and we have a lot of baby boomers that listen to this radio station, but they seem to be stuck in the 1980s.
It's a weird thing. Like when we first encountered the whole kind of like cabin cottage thing in Canada, we suddenly realized that it was the place where furniture goes to die. We're like, what happened? And so we're saying to Canada, you know what? You deserve more. You deserve more from a vacation property. You deserve more from your homes as well. Because let's face it, we all work really hard. You got a long commute. There's a lot of stresses and strains. And if your home is not helping, then it's hindering. So design can really improve your life. And actually just doing a few small things can make a huge difference.
You've got a very good point there. A lot of people think that a house or a condo or a townhouse or maybe a cabin is just a place to sleep in, to crash for the night, and then you go. But you live there. You're absolutely right.
Of course. I mean, as far as Colin and I are concerned, property is the place to which we escape the rigors of an faster spinning life. And we love what we do as designers. Our job is to make people's homes beautiful, whether they are condos, townhomes, bungalows or cottages indeed. And on the new season of Cabin Pressure, oh my goodness, we split the decorating and designer atom and turned chicken shit into chicken salad. I mean, really, it's just incredible. We lifted the cottage off the ground. We built a new basement. We added bedrooms, an outdoor sauna, a hot tub. We turned a 2-star down at heels cabin into a luxury, beautiful, gorgeous retreat.
You're telling me that I got to get rid of my Toronto couch?
Yes.
Have you ever heard of a Toronto couch?
No. Justin.
There is a real thing. Yes, it is. It actually snaps, breaks down, and makes into a bed.
Oh, right. Yeah, okay. Fantastic. It's like the humble Murphy bed as well.
It's like a humble Murphy bed made out of metal.
Hey, listen, I've got a question for Justin. You still there, Justin?
Yeah, we're both still here.
Well, Justin seems to be the level-headed one of the two, if you pardon the expression. Now, when I first saw your very first show, you guys, way back when, you came across to me. First of all, I couldn't believe what I was seeing. First of all, I thought you were the Gordon Ramsays of the designer set.
Yeah, well, you know what? Sometimes, you got to say it. You got to have some tough love to make it happen. And we have made a business out of dealing with the worst homes on the planet. And that's the thing. Viewers, when we first came to Canada, would watch our British shows, £1 Million Property Experiment, and How Not to Decorate, where we really did deal with the worst homes in Britain. And suddenly, we were here in Canada with our home heist, our show Home Heist, where we looked at the worst homes in Canada as well. And here we are now on Cottage Life with Cabin Pressure, dealing with the worst cabins in Canada.
So if you go into somebody's abode and it's really not up to snuff, then part of your job as a designer is to tell them and correct the situation.
Of course it is. We walk in, and if it's gorgeous, we'll say, you've got a gorgeous house, well done in doing all the work that you've done. If it looks like shit, we're going to say, your house looks like crap, we got to help you fix it, because we're here to make everything look better. We were sent to Earth on a mission of designer beautification, and it's an elastic trajectory that propels us around the world, adding the glamour factor to houses everywhere.
You know what? I know that you guys, both of you, are excited to be on radio today because you've used the S word twice and the C word once, and you can't do that on television.
The S word. What S word? Sugar.
Sugar. Yes, you're right. Sugar.
You sugar, and you can say Canada. Everything's fabulous.
Sugar in Canada. You're absolutely right, guys.
Where.
Hey, listen. Let's suppose that somebody they've been in a cocoon of their life. They've been up in the cabin. They don't have television. They're going to get it. Tell us about Cabin Pressure. What's the show all about?
Well, Cabin Pressure is like two Scots in this rustic Renault. Okay, we're in the middle of nowhere. We're in Haliburton in Ontario, and we are renovating really tired, down at heel cabins. Now, the first two series, we actually had one that we shared with another couple, and we renovated that and we flipped it for a profit. And the second one, we built a small cabin and we kept it for ourselves. That is the cabin of Colin and Justin. For season 3, it's all about the rental market. We're both really into real estate. We've been investing in property globally for decades. Mm-hmm. But it just seems that the cities are oversubscribed. You can't get onto the property ladder in Vancouver. You can't get onto the property ladder in Toronto. So we were kind of frustrated, and we both loved the whole cabin cottage thing. And we thought, you know what, let's take our money there and create a rental cabin. So this season is all about the rental. But I think the lovely thing about cottaging in Canada at the moment is that it's become a trend. We get a lot of mail on our Facebook and on kind of Instagram and Twitter, people saying, okay, I don't have a cabin. I have I have like a condo. I live in the city, but I still want that cottagey cabin feel. How do I do it? So we're not about having 1,000 moose heads everywhere and turning it into the kind of little house on the prairie. We're about kind of like taking elements of cottage style and of Canada, but presenting them in a 21st century way. And I think people seem to like that.
Wow, that's really exciting. Listen, I'm glad you guys are here this morning. I've got a very special song to play for you. I just want to get your reaction here. Listen carefully.
I'm gonna hire a wino to decorate our home, so you feel more at ease here, and you won't need to roam.
Now, see, the bad part about the program, guys, my co-hosts on the show, one of them is Bill Macklem. He is the mortgage fellow on the show. He's the money guy.
All right.
And he did hire a wino to come in and help him decorate his home, and I don't think it was such a good idea, Bill.
I don't know if that was a particularly good idea. I mean, what was the premise and your logic behind doing that then, guys? Come on, tell us.
Well, what we wanted to do was to get the Canucks and the Toronto Maple Leaf jersey off the wall. He has them in frames over the fireplace.
Uh-huh.
And I said that has to go, man. That really has to go. So they hired this wino guy, and he said it was okay.
Well, do you know what? At the end of the day, a house should be exactly as it should be for you, the owner or user. And if it works for you guys to have all of that, then fine, have all of that. But if there's an issue and if you're uncomfortable, then it's time to change. Our best advice to anybody is to do the ultimate purge. And for that, you're going to need a good amount of time, maybe a day or a weekend or a week, according to how big your place is. And you've got to be really radical. You go through your home with a fine-tooth comb and you think, do I use it? Do I love it? Do I want it? Does it turn me on? Keep it. If you ain't getting any use out of that stuff, then give it to somebody who can benefit, or give it to charity, or have a garage sale and make some money, for goodness sake.
Well, you know what? I was talking to Bill's wife, and I said, hey, listen, anything you haven't loved or turned you on the last 6 months, get rid of it. And she smiled. She looked at Bill. I said,
I think a coffee table made out of hockey sticks is a fabulous thing.
Oh, Bill, come on. These guys wouldn't have. The
thing is, I think everything can be a fabulous thing. And I always say that, like, our role as designers is not to say to you, the homeowner, okay, you're wrong. Your taste is wrong. Everything about your life is wrong. Our job is to showcase it, is to say, okay, well, how can we take a collection of hockey memorabilia and turn it into something that adds decor? How can we take something that you're really passionate about, something that you love, but use it in a tasteful manner? And so many people out there have collections. And let's face it, the only thing collections really collect is dust, because they just take up all your space. We go in there and we say to people, okay, we're going to weed out your collection and we're going to rotate it. So we're going to use it to dress like a credenza or a shelving system, and then we're going to put the other stuff in storage. And then when you tire of that, you're going to swap them over. So you keep it moving, you keep yourself active, keep it alive, and that way your house doesn't become overrun and doesn't become a theme park. And I think that's the thing. People used to think that theming was decor, and it's not. You are not Mickey Mouse. This is not Disneyland. So just dial it back and think about how you can balance, having great interests with having a great house.
I thought the one wall, when I stitched all the hockey jerseys together, I made it as like a collage on the one wall. I thought that looked really cool.
But it is cool, it is. If you like it, then you bloody well keep it.
That's what I told him.
Yeah, come on. If you've got good shit, you hold on to it. If it doesn't work for you,
well, usually
then
galloping stitched it.
You know what? I walked into his house. There's all the hockey sticks and hockey jerseys up there, and I kind of remember what you guys said on TV one time. You said if it's your place and you like it, go ahead for it. And I thought, oh, my God, you guys are you're taking the high road.
You've got to, or what you can do is you can, as Colin said, edit. But our best advice is turn your television on Sunday night at 9 p.m. to College Life and watch Cabin Pressure. The network is in free preview at the moment, so anybody, regardless of what kind of package they have, can actually find that on their cable bundle. So you can find on that show that you can decorate without breaking the bank, and by using lovely things that are influential to your memory and to your family. And that's what we're about. We're about creating homes that match people's lifestyle expectation. But we add the fun factor. We always say, if you can put the smile into style, then you're on to a winner.
If you're styling and profiling. So on the West Coast, you know what time people, I guess they can watch it more than once. Bill, you have the information here?
6 o'clock Western, like
our time.
West Coast time,
yes.
9 o'clock Eastern time.
So the folks in Toronto can watch at 9 o'clock. We can watch at Din time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then we can look at this. I mean, I'm looking at one of the things that Colin and Justin have accomplished, and they're looking at the sunroom on this place that they've done. I think it's about 400 square foot sunroom, and it's like fabulous.
Oh, who doesn't like a good sunroom? You know, anything you can do to add a season. You know, and I think that's what we're trying to touch on this particular kind of like a season of Cabin Pressure. Things that you can do using design and decor to actually enhance the whole kind of like outdoor experience. Give yourself an extra season as well. You know, and also enhance your property value. And who better than two canny Scots to tell you how to not spend too much money? We're just naturally frugal. We can't help ourselves.
If I ask you,
I've just been over in Vancouver and like touring around a little bit of BC in a very kind of small window doing press, and oh my goodness, you have a beautiful part of the country where the landscape is incredible. But if you live in Vancouver, you can forget getting on the property ladder because the prices are just crazy.
I have an idea for you guys. It could be a new television show, and if you need an offstage announcer, I'm glad to offer my services. I think what you should do is come out to the West Coast here because we'd love to have you live it out with us for a while, and maybe do a program on float homes.
Oh, what's a float homes?
Like a boathouse, you know?
Yeah, I'd love that. That'd be fantastic. But then if it's really horrible, we can just torpedo it.
That's right.
I get really bad seasickness, though, so I might come over Old Queer.
Well, for you, I'll tell you what, you can hang over the side while we're looking around. What do you think?
That's a good idea. You know, I've got a better idea. Justin and I we'll stay at the Wiccan-Inish in Tofino.
Okay.
You can bring the boats past, and we can just look at binoculars. How did that sound?
Oh, you
Get
guys.
a hot in a window.
You're right.
You might want to go to Black Rock. It's a little closer.
Say that again?
Black Rock is a little bit closer. It's up to Sunshine
Black Rock, we've
Coast.
got friends in Black Rock, so yeah, we've been out there a couple of times.
Yeah, that's a gorgeous place.
Now, see, that's good for Colin and Justin because they have friends. I don't have any. I want to ask you guys one last question before you go. I know you're a couple of wonderful Scottish folks. I won't say Scotch because that's a drink. You're Scottish folks. Did you did you talk to us this morning, regimental?
Say that again.
You had the kilt on, didn't you? You had the kilt on. Did you have anything under that kilt?
Oh, I'll tell you. Somebody said to me the other day, "What's worn under your kilt?" And I said, "Darling, nothing's worn under my kilt. It's all in perfect working order."
Okay. You guys, listen, go enjoy that cabin. You're nuts. We'll be looking for you on TV tomorrow, and thank you for joining us on the show again. It's a wonderful time to have you guys. Would you come back and talk to us again?
We will. And turn your knob, twiddle your dial, flick your buttons to 9 o'clock on the Cottage Life Network. Free preview for all of Canada.
Okay. I like the word free. They're Scottish. How can you tell? They're frugal.
Exactly.
They're frugal. Guys, thank you so very much. Enjoy your weekend.
Our pleasure, boys. Take care.
Happy spring, by the way.
Oh, yeah, it's sprung.
All right, yeah, never mind. We're talking about spring. 10:27 is the time. Colin and Justin were on the phone with us there. What a couple of nice guys, huh?
No kidding.
And so if you
And
want,
that's 6 o'clock our time.
6 o'clock our time.
Yeah.
Okay, it's on TV.
West
And where do we find it?
We find that on. Hang on a sec here. I just find that. I had that.
In your
earlier.
case, it'd be in the living room, which is where the TV is, yeah?
It's on the TV, and it is on.
You sound like these traffic stations here. Oh, the traffic is. I'm just looking it up here.
Well, you know what?
Oh, you'll find it. Don't worry.
It says find your channel, so we'll have to find the channel.
All right. Well, while you're doing for that, maybe what we should do is, do you want to do our real estate news headlines right now?
Sure.
Okay, little newsroom sound effects here for you. I feel like I'm back in the newsroom now.
Okay.
It's 2020 real estate news. The big question in the world of real estate these days is all about house flipping. Bill Fern, house flipping. What do you think about house flipping?
Well, you know, if it's out in the open and it's good disclosure, then, you know, that's good. But, you know, the sellers don't want to feel ripped off. And unfortunately, especially with the shadow flipping, that's what sellers are feeling.
Well, the Liberals are vowing to crack down on shadow flipping.
I just find that, you know, you can do flipping like Vern said. But what I'm thinking is that, as the condo builders did 5 years ago, is in the contract that says this is not allowed to be flipped. This is not allowed to be assigned to anybody else.
So could
And
I do
you
that
stop the process.
as a general guy? I could do that on selling my house?
I believe that in the past days, when we used to have a little more teeth in that
Mhm.
contract, it would actually say with the client's name on as a purchaser that there's no assignment allowed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Also, as you know, there was an emergency town hall meeting on Wednesday. It attracted hundreds of people who want the government to do something about the housing crisis which is going on here in the Lower Mainland.
Yeah, I don't know if that'll happen. What can the government really do? And, you know, you're right, this flipping thing is interesting. I've got some information, if you like, from the Professional Standards Manual. Came across my desk yesterday. And under now, decipher this for me. Section 36 of the Law and Equity Act provides that the seller's consent to the assignment is not required, provided that notice in writing of the assignment is given to the seller.
So, if I'm selling my place and the realtor comes to me and says they want to assign it, do I have to say yes, or do I just smile?
Well, yeah, that's kind of what I'm looking at, trying to read between these lines. Well, you don't have to say yes, no, but it says it's not required provided that. To me, it's almost like a catch-22, isn't it? Anyway,
yeah.
And we've got assignment option clauses, which are also in Professional Standards Manual. And the option clause is the buyer reserves the right to assign this contract in whole or in part to any third party with the written approval from the seller. Said assignment not to relieve the buyer from his or her obligations to complete the terms and conditions of this contract should the assignee default.
I'm still totally confused. You know that?
Well, I think.
Well, you know what? I read these things too, and I'm in the business, and I read these things, and I think, you know what? What does this really, really mean? I mean, say it in that goes on to the next part that says, or where the seller does not wish the buyer to assign the contract, the following clause may be used. No assignment option clause is the buyer agrees not to assign this contract in whole or part to any third party. So, you know, here you get bogged down in all of these logistics. Is it going to be an assignment? Isn't it going to be an assignment? Is it legal to assign? Am I allowed to assign? What do I have to disclose? And then we kind of forgot about trying to sell the property for the seller.
Exactly. I think I was looking at some documentation last night, and it looks like that like about 95 to 97% of the realtors in the Lower Mainland are ascribing to the true rules of how they're supposed to act with ethics in regards to sale and purchase contracts. They're getting the what do you call that? Not the FICOM, the information about the driver's license, of place of origin.
FinTrack.
So they're getting all the FinTrack. They're not taking cash as a deposit. The ones they're going after are the real estate companies that are allowing realtors to take cash from, let's say, you, Tom, and they're going to take the cash from you on an offer. They then put that into the bank account as a deposit, and then they assign the property to somebody else at a much higher level, and that difference then is that money is then given to the person who made the first offer. That'd be you, Tom, and you could take your ill-gotten gains that have now been washed. So now you've laundered that money, and now you're getting a check back from the real estate company, and so now you can do whatever you want to do with that money.
All right, we'll talk about. I like that idea. Here's another story. Now, this is for people in condos, I guess, in townhouses. It says, are the minutes getting clouded by some management companies? It seems that some management companies are becoming unscrupulous in doctoring the minutes. Could this be true?
I've never seen that.
Vern, have you seen it?
So, no, actually, you know what, and as you guys know, I live in a townhouse complex myself, and I feel that our Strata Corporation is very well run, both with the council within the complex and also with our Strata Management Company. What has happened in my complex is the owners have wanted to take a little bit more of responsibility and onus on themselves. So rather than every little iggledy-piggledy complaint or whatever comes along, you don't rush right off to your Strata Management Company. You come to your council first and try and settle any issues, or, you know, when you're applying for extending your patio or. And in my complex, I am really pleased to see the residents are wanting to take more responsibility.
There was another headline in the news this week. It said Victoria must stop the flow of dirty cash from entering our housing market. Bill, you're making a face.
Yeah, that's all to do with the flipping. It's all about the cash. You know, we all have to verify any deposits of more than $10,000. We have to do that properly, and some people aren't. And this is not the majority. Let me make that abundantly clear. 99% of the people that we all do business with are doing it the proper way. But you know as well as I do, there's always that 1% that cause the major problems for the other 99%. And so we're all going to have to adhere to rules to look after, make sure that the 1% can't get away with this stuff.
All right, now one last question. First of all, for Fern, in your line of business, Fern, do you find that there's a typical home buyer in Metro Vancouver? Is there somebody who really stands out that's typical?
Well, the typical home buyer that I'm finding is either your first-time buyer or your baby boomers or somebody that's just really wanting to sell their property and get on with their life because their demographics have changed in their lives. And if I can get back to shadow flipping again just for half a second, and a lot of times, you know, we realtors who run our rules on the straight and narrow compliance to all of the the corporations, et cetera, and the real estate board that was shadow flipping. A lot of times, well, we don't know until we get to the lawyer's office. And so the documentation has all been changed. Our documentation that we have written up for the seller or the buyer, when we get to the lawyer's office, that's when another name pops up, and it isn't going to the person on the contract whatsoever. And I have been told in the lawyer's office, basically, get over it, Fern. It's the property sold, are you working for the seller or not? And it caught me totally by surprise when it happened to me personally. And my thing, I talked to the lawyer later and said, you know, that this went on, and I'm sitting with my seller, and my seller didn't know what was really going on at this point either. That was my first experience of shadow flipping. And afterwards, after the fact, I look at this thing and just say, you know, what's really going on here? Why is the paperwork changing between sitting at the buyer-seller's table and then in the lawyer's office? It's totally a different thing.
All right, so now you know all about shadow flipping, boys and girls, and there will be a pop quiz on tomorrow's show, Bill.
Absolutely.
You've got to get 50%, otherwise your mommy's not going to be too happy with you.
I think you're absolutely right.
10:36 is the Radio Real Estate Show. Fern, what's coming up in the next segment of the program?
We'll be joined by Monica Dinabriga, president of Mommy Maids, who has this week's spring cleaning tips.
More real estate information is coming right up on Vancouver's original on-air open house.
Good morning. It's Tom Lucas with our co-host Fern Northcott of Remax Performance Realty, Bill Macklem, president of Dominion Macklem Mortgages. Our producer is Dwayne Bishop, and you're listening to Radio Real Estate on CIL 650.
Hi, this is Fern Northcott from Remax Performance. Your real estate dreams begin with you. Real estate is the greatest investment you will ever make. Approach it as an adventure, financially and emotionally without mistakes. I have a plan for making your real estate investments work for you. Call or text me, Fern Northcott, at 604-790-9066, 604-790-9066, or visit fnorthcott.com.
Hi, this is Monica from Mummy Maids. We're here to help you with all your cleaning needs, including move-in, move-outs, packing and unpacking, organizing, laundry and windows, walls, basic cleaning and custom cleaning. We do it all. You deserve a break, and Mummy Maids can help. Let us clean your castle with no hassle. Call 604-533-4959. That's 604-533-4959. Or visit us at mummymaids.com.
Hi, this is Bill Macklem of Dominion Macklem Mortgages. Over the past 25 years, I have found most home purchasers do not use a mortgage broker. We are a no-charge professional who have assisted over 5,000 home buyers finance their home. The exciting part is these same home buyers come back to us for refinancing, buying their next property, or lowering their current payments. Call us at 604-684-HOME. That's 604-684-4663 for more information.
CL 650.
The cleanup woman, but she's tough. I mean, she really cleans up.
She really clean up. Monica Dinabriga is a very small woman in stature, but holy cow.
I would never say that.
Don't mess with her, because you know what? She really cleans up.
She's a whirlwind.
That too. And we're sending over to your place in a minute, too. So it's the Radio Real Estate Show. Thank you for tuning in. Time now for the cleaning tip of the week. It's actually going to be our first springtime tip, because tomorrow is spring.
Spring is sprung.
Spring is sprung. And yeah.
On how your mortgage is.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah,
okay. We'll talk about that in just a minute. Monica's standing by the line. Monica, good morning.
Hi, good morning, Tom. Here's a tip for cleaning your dishwasher, just using white vinegar. Keep your dishwasher extra clean with white vinegar. Pour half a cup into the detergent cups. Run the machine on empty for a complete cycle. You can always use a few drops of powdered laundry bleach if you like. It will get rid of all smells and leave your dishwasher running and smelling wonderful again. This should be done in accordance to how often you use your dishwasher. If you use a dishwasher 2 to 3 times a day, you should maybe clean it once a month. This is Monica Dinabriga for Radio Real Estate.
And let Mommy Maids clean your castle with no hassle. Call Monica at 604-533-4959. That's 604-533-4959. Or visit mommymaids.com. That's mommymaids.com.
Thank you so much. For the time now is 10:39. It's the Radio Real Estate Show. We were talking with Colin and Justin, our special guests from Cabin Pressure. And Bill, they're going to be on TV. It's tomorrow night?
Going tomorrow night at 6 o'clock on Global.
On Global. So that's station what?
211 on HD.
Yeah. So it's going to be a good show.
Yeah, should be good.
They might be telling you what to do with your hockey jerseys.
Well, I really like that.
I think your wife has told you years ago what to do with the hockey jerseys.
Yeah, she
Maybe
has.
now you'll pay attention, right?
No.
Yeah. So what's new and exciting with you, Fern? We've been spending a lot of time, and I think it's probably necessary, talking about the shadow flipping, because I really don't think people understand what's going on there, and I don't think probably really many people at all do, real estate people or government people. I don't know what's going on. Do you? Of course she does.
Well, shadow flipping. Okay, well, what shadow flipping really is that you put your home on the market, and then along comes a buyer with a realtor, and they write up the property. Let's say it's Mr. and Mrs. Joe Smith, and they're interested in buying this piece of property. Well, then by the time you get to the lawyer's office, Mr. and Mrs. Joe Smith can assign that piece of assign the contract to someone else, and it can be shadow flipped 3 and 4 times before you get to the office. And each potential buyer pockets the profit in the shadow flipping, and the seller doesn't see the end result. So they never really know what their property actually sold for after the shadow flipping process.
Now, does this just affect residential single-family homes? Or does this also cover condos and townhouses too?
Well, anything that's residential. So, yes, condos and townhouses as well. And in the past, of course, Bill and I have been talking about with developers that a lot of times you would go in, what was happening there too, that even before the hole was dug, that they would try and do a lot of pre-sales, and then the people who are taking those on, they would try and assign the properties from there and leaving the developer holding the bag. So the developer put this clause in many years ago that if you're a buyer of one of their one of their condos in a complex, then you are not allowed to assign it.
Interesting.
And my question is, when you get to the lawyer's office, is you know that this is the real buyer or not?
Yeah, good point. How do you know? How do you know? So are they still doing that then with new townhouses and condos? You can't shadow flip anymore?
With the new ones, not so much.
Okay.
Mainly because the builders have covered themselves and filled in this loophole. But when it comes to the open market on pre-owned homes, it's going on a lot of times. And I will say that this is only happens in a hot market. Of course, in a stable market or a slow down market, of course, it doesn't happen. Sometimes the buyers in a slow market, decreasing market, want to walk away from a deal because it might be worth $40,000 less than what they paid. And we've seen this in the past after a correction in the market. And if they only put $10,000 down, let's say, and the market's dropped $40,000, they'll walk away from their $10,000, and then you have another lawsuit on your hands.
So now, if you're a developer and I come and purchase a unit off you for X amount of dollars, so now I can't turn on and bring Bill in as my mortgage guy, my realtor, and say, "Hey, buddy, let's make some money off this."
Well, if it's an astute developer and they have put that clause in the contract, then no, you cannot.
Okay.
And basically, one of the reasons that the developers are doing this as well, they're in competition with their product with other developers. They do not want to be in competition with their own buyers.
Makes sense. So once again, I think it's what Mom and Dad told us a long time ago is that when you're signing something, read it. Just take a second and just read the darn thing and read the small print, right?
Well, absolutely read it, but also know what the ins and outs are that actually reality that happens. Because, you deal with the market and you deal with people all the time, and then something like this shadow flipping comes up, and then what have I got across my desk? Professional standards manual, and we have to revert back to all of that. So actually what happens in the real world, and yes, read the contract, but there's a lot more that meets the eye than actually what's on the contract.
And I'll be looking at Liberals vow shadow flipping crackdown.
They're going to crack down on it.
Crack down.
I'm just beginning to understand it.
Yeah.
Now they're
all over it like white on rice.
Well, it's a hot topic right now.
Yeah,
and,
no kidding.
The thing is that which side of the fence are you on, what's legal, what isn't. And a lot of these things happen because of demand and supply in the marketplace, and then the government decides they're going to do something about it, and then a lot of times it's after the fact they do something about it and screw it up. What can I say?
All right, well, I've only got 3 minutes worth of music here, so before it runs out, I better tell you that we'll chat about the Greater Vancouver real estate market with Don Mortimer of Remax Crest Realty Westside. Also, Bill, you're going to be looking at the flipping again, huh?
Yeah, we're going to look at the shadow flipping. Did I tell you that earlier?
No, you didn't.
We got the shadow flipping, and then we're looking at flippings on the rise, but still a small portion of the actual sales.
All right, Fern?
Mm-hmm.
This is where Fern jumps in and says, "This is Fern Northcott of Remax Performance Realty."
With Bill Macklem, President of Dominion Macklem Mortgages.
Producers Wayne Bishop and Tom Lucas, you're listening to Vancouver's original on-air open house, Radio Real Estate on CL 650.
We love Fern. That's what we love to just tease the heck right out of her.
Good morning. It's Tom Lucas from the Radio Real Estate Show. Mike Farkas is at the other end of the line. And Mike, I understand not only do we have to go to the doctor today, but I got to bring my car in for its spring checkup.
It's a full inspection there. We're going to check everything from your tires to belts to hoses to electrical. Make sure everything's good for springtime and getting ready for that, hey, vacation time.
Well, one good thing about this is I can apply online. I can't do that with my doctor. What's your website?
NorthVancouverNissan.com.
Your life's too busy to be doing the things that you don't want to do. Hi, it's Monica at Mummy Maids. We'll free up your time by taking care of all your cleaning needs. We have weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, or one-time special occasion plans available, including move-in and move-outs. Commercial and residential cleaning performed by bonded, insured, WCB-covered, uniform cleaning experts. You deserve a break, and Mummy Maids can help. Let us clean your castle with no hassle. Call 604-533-4959 or visit mummymaids.com.
Hi, it's Bill Macklem. In these busy and hectic times with family and business responsibilities, it is difficult to find the time to sit down with your mortgage broker and discuss all your mortgage options. I'm available to meet with you at your place of work, your home, our office, or at a place convenient for you. Please give me a call at 604-684-HOME. That's 604-684-4663.
Vancouver weather.
Mostly cloudy today. Highs about 11 degrees. Tomorrow and Monday, much better, eh, Willie?
Oh, yeah. It's going to be rain and in the afternoon, then showers in the evening, and then it's going to be showers in the afternoon on Monday, and then rain in the evening.
I'm going down now to buy an umbrella. Or wait a minute, I have 5 or 6 in the trunk of the car. I got to go somewhere. Right now, it's 10 degrees of the Radio Real Estate Show.
CL 650.
I'm getting closer to my home. Closer and closer and closer. But
I thought you were here.
Well, I am here. I'm lucky enough because I do happen to own property in Vancouver, in the Lower
Really?
Mainland, South Surrey, but a lot of people
You are one
don't.
lucky peach.
Yeah, no, I should hang on to it, huh?
Good position to be in.
You think so?
Oh, absolutely.
Hang
Don't
on
sell.
to it. Don't sell.
Don't sell.
Hey, this is the Radio Real Estate Show, but we talk about that, right?
I know.
It's time to sell. It's time
Don't
not to sell. So, Vern, Bill's telling me not to sell right now. Should I listen or what?
Well, you know, the thing is that there are sellers that I say, let's sit down and do the Ben Franklin list, and is this time for you to sell or not? And I would rather people make an educated decision and not be left out in the cold, because that can happen if you sell and you're not buying.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Right now, let's look at what's going on here in the Lower Mainland. It's the real estate market, and what a market it is. Don Mortimer is with us. He's with Remax Crest Realty Westside. We have him on the phone right now. Donald, good morning.
Good morning, Tom. How are you this fine day?
I couldn't be better. It's the weekend, and gee whiz, it's spring tomorrow.
Yes, isn't that a grand thought? No more rain. We've had so much.
Let's break out the short sleeve shirts and have a party. Don, we're talking to you because we like to talk about real estate in Metro Vancouver. You cover that area for us, and I guess it's the same this week as it was last week. You're still selling things, but you need more product.
Fast as we're listing them, they're selling them, and they're selling over full price as usual.
The way to get your offer accepted these days is make it with no subjects. That does help, does it?
It does help, but, you know, it does sometimes concern some people that can't do their inspections. So I do caution people that if that is a concern, then rethink their options, because there's always another one out there.
And a lot of times it just comes out to more than just price. Price is not necessarily the determining factor. Sometimes it's possession dates and what have you.
Absolutely, yep. It's not just that one focus anymore. They have to make sure it fits their scope of movement as well.
All right, Don, let's just pretend we're looking around Metro Vancouver for a new place to live. I understand you've got an exciting new listing for us this morning, and it's for those folks that listen to the show that are over 45 years of age.
Yes, it's for the adult-oriented main level, 1,250 square foot townhome, 2 bedrooms. Absolutely stunning. We're having an open house between 2 and 4 p.m.
If somebody have to get some more information, Don, what's your telephone number?
604-781-6000.
All right, so you're at the open house today. How will we recognize you? Anything left over from St. Patrick's Day? Anything green?
No, I won't be wearing green, no.
You have a wonderful weekend, Don.
You too. This is Don Mortimer with Radio Real Estate.
So put Dawn at Remax Crest Realty Westside to work for you. Call 604-781-6000. That's 604-781-6000.
Wake up, you need to make money.
Yeah, that's for you, Bill. Yeah, wake up, you need to make money.
Absolutely.
Talking to the right guy.
No kidding.
Yeah,
No
you just pass me your phone. There's a text. So there's a personal thing.
I'm just going to pull this up here.
Well,
There you
is
go.
it something we can share with the audience?
No.
Oh, okay. So you're going to be talking to us about some very special things right now. Let's just go back a little bit to the shadow flipping thing for just a second.
It's interesting. We've been saying all along that that what's happening is that there's a lack of product, and the Liberals are saying as well. They're saying the same thing. They're saying that because of the municipalities and their slowness and all their fees, that there's not enough homes being built.
Mm-hmm.
And right now we see a real demise in the supply of houses, and Fern will attest to that. We're now starting to see an increase in values on townhouses, and we think that you'll probably see a demise of the townhouse availability probably about April, May, June.
Wow.
And condos are starting to get out of style again in terms of values, and they're going up. And so we're thinking that probably by September you're going to see a lack of inventory on all three fronts. You also have a problem with rentability. There's not any. No, there's a vacancy problem. We don't have any vacancies.
Let me ask you the question then. So with your help and with Fern's help, I could sell my place. Where the heck do I go?
Exactly. That's why I say don't sell.
Wow.
Prince George.
Thank you.
Chilliwack.
Prince George Chilliwack. Come on, you guys. I know it's a lot cheaper in those places.
Exactly.
Granted,
but that's where people are going because there's no availability.
So what happens if you're a person like me that, we love those places, but hey, we love the Lower Mainland even more. This is where I grew up. I love the water. I love the mountains. I want to stay here.
Good luck.
Well, that's it. And the thing, yeah, good luck. Yeah, you're right, Bill. But you know what, too, that the kind of home that you're in, Tom, is very desirable for baby boomers. But you also have to kind of make a decision, as in mine as well. It's geared towards the over 55 group. But where are you going to go from there? And I find in my complex a lot of people that are moving from my complex, and there's people in my complex that say, what can you do to better your lifestyle? And a lot of them, unfortunately, are having to go into care or something like that, and then the homes come on the market. But up until that time, you have to really do some soul searching on where you want to be and what's going on with your health and what's going on with finances, et cetera, et cetera. So, yeah, a lot of times I'll just say to people, is this what can we replace this with? And we can't replace it with anything, so why move?
I remember growing up and being over at a friend's house and having his grandmother there, and she says to me, she says, I love this house, dear, so much. She says, you're going to have to take me out feet first. And I used to think about that. Oh, wow. But now I understand what the heck she was talking about.
Yeah, well, that's what happened with my parents. They went out feet first. They bought their house in North Delta in 1960, and they had the house right up until 2007.
Wow. Hey, listen, if you have a question for Fern or for Bill, Fern, if somebody wants to get a hold of you, how do they do that?
I can be reached either by cell or phone or text at 604-790-9066. That's 604-790-9066. Or if you want to email me directly, it's fern@smart.com. Fern with an E, smart with two T's.com.
Now, if you want to make an arrangement with the mortgage guy, the mortgage guy's name is Bill Macklem. He's the president of Dominion Macklem Mortgages. Go see Bill, then go see Fern. Bill, how do they get a hold of you?
Give me a shout at 604-684-4663. At 604-684-4663.
And the important thing is that you do make house calls?
We do make house calls. I saw some folks in Ladner on Thursday night. I saw some folks in Burnaby on Wednesday. I was in the city to see some folks on Monday.
Wow. And you're doing it again today?
And I'm doing that again today.
I know your wife is listening to the show. He won't be home for dinner until about 9 o'clock tonight, so I'm coming over at 5:30.
Exactly.
Can I have your...
And you like that chicken cacciatore.
I love that chicken stuff. Beautiful stuff.
Yeah.
10:53, it's the Radio Real Estate Show. The next portion of the program, Finn Jensen will be here, and Finn's going to talk about our uniquity. It's not like Bill. Our uniquity. He says we're different out here on the West Coast.
This is Bill Macklem with Tom Lucas, Fern Northcott of Remax Performance Realty, and of course the illustrious, talented, good-looking producer Dwayne Bishop. You're listening to Radio Real Estate on CL 650.
Good morning. It's Tom Lucas from the Radio Real Estate Show. Mike Farkas is at the other end of the line. And Mike, I understand not only do we have to go to the doctor today, but I got to bring my car in for its spring checkup.
It's a full inspection there. We're going to check everything from your tires to belts to hoses to electrical. Make sure everything's good for springtime and getting ready for that, vacation time.
Well, one good thing about this is I can apply online. I can't do that with my doctor. What's your website?
NorthVancouverNissan.com.
Hi, this is Fern Northcott of Remax Performance. Your real estate dreams begin with you. You deserve the facts of a professional home evaluation based on the statistics of the MLS. To find out what your house is really worth, call or text me Fern Northcott, 604-790-9066, 604-790-9066, or visit fnorthcott.com.
CI 650. I'm fixing a hole where the rain gets in and stops my mind from wandering. I'm filling the cracks that ran through the door and kept my mind from wandering.
You are listening to Radio Real Estate on CIL 650. 10:55 is the time, and right now our Radio Real Estate home handyman Finn Jensen joins us. Good morning, Finn.
Good morning, Tom, and good morning, everyone. One of the valuable aspects our properties have is uniqueness. It could be anything from a heritage neighborhood to higher ground affording views of the city. People who live on the waterfront properties need only one thing, water. When one dwells into it, other reasons appear that have a strong relationship to those properties, such as fresh air laden with ocean smells, is attractive to many. The views are mainly one of open skies and expanse of water, and the animals that depend on that environment. This lifestyle comes with extra concern to the home itself. Extra care is needed to combat the elements that continually try to undo the materials needed to hold a home together. As if that wasn't enough, the ocean itself is forever looking for more land to occupy, which means a whole lot of other things to consider, such as dikes, berms, and seawalls, which we know are only as good as the height of the storm waves brought in to test that kind of infrastructure. That type of weather is one of the reasons people love their properties. The running tide, assisted by the winds. High king tides, assisted by storm winds, is another matter, especially for residents in low-lying areas like Delta's Beach Grove and Boundary Bay. Here, flooded lawns and plant beds is a constant threat that has gone on since the first home was built on the beach 100 years ago. However, on occasions, it can become a little unmanageable, as it was about 35 years ago. Beaches were rearranged and flooding of some of the properties out to the streets damaged homes, but most were not affected too much. The same event occurred in 2006 with problems of the same magnitude. Flooded crawl spaces and yards, some lost furnaces and other property damage that the provincial government helped cover. These are the features of waterfront living. The people who live there accept this as it is. To them, it is nature in all its glory. And what is 3 storms in 40 years? The last one was 2 weeks ago. It has all but been forgotten. The waterfront people are now looking forward to the next 40. This is Finn Jensen for Radio Real Estate. Talk to you next week.
Let Finn take care of all your plumbing and heating needs or your diking. For fast, reliable, and dependable service, call Finn at Gentech Mechanical Installations, 778-378-2740. That's 778-378-2740.
You know, Fern, I think that Bill and Finn came over in the same boat. You guys have the same outlook on things. Finn was going to come over and see me last Saturday.
He's putting sandbags around
He was bailing his basement out. He lives in Tawasin there, and the ugly ocean came up and went into his basement.
Well, you know, the water table rises, and that's what can happen. So you got to keep all of those water things out.
You know, you're so right. I keep saying you can't mess with Mother Nature and expect to win.
Look at it from a real estate perspective. He now has a pool.
Way to go.
An indoor pool.
Pool.
Can he charge more for that?
Absolutely.
Why not?
You guys, you're right. Now, Fern, we have a brand new week coming up. There's lots of flipping going on. There's lots of all sorts of interesting things in the world of real estate. If somebody would like to get a hold of you because they do need some help to make heads or tails of this, how do they get a hold of you?
I can be reached either by cell or text at 604-790-9066, 604-790-9066, or if you're shy, you can reach me on my direct email. It's fern@smart.com. That's Fern with an E, smart with 2 T's.com.
I'm going to try to talk Bill into helping me pick up all the for sale signs outside. But first of all, before we do that, a little payoff. What's your telephone number?
604-684-4663. That's 604-684-4663. If you want to make an appointment during the week, just ask for Diane. She looks after my calendar because apparently I'm not allowed to touch it.
Well, Diane, way to go. And could Diane sort of arrange something for tonight to go see your mom and get us some cookies?
She makes all the arrangements.
That's good stuff. Can you guys come back and do this next week?
I think so.
You betcha.
I enjoyed it this morning. Fern, great job as usual. Thank you so very, very much.
Well, happy first day of spring.
You're the first to say that to me. Thank you so very much. I love you like a brother from a different mother. You know that. And Billy, happy spring to you.
Happy spring to you, Buck.
And Dwayne, happy spring to you, because it'll be springtime when we're all here next weekend. We're all wearing the Hawaiian shirts, right?
That's true.
Yeah, he's going to take the toque off.
We're
It's going to be summer.
Yeah, take the damn toque off, will you? Have a great weekend. Happy spring. I'll talk to you Monday morning on the radio playing your all-time favorites at 7 o'clock. It's Tom Lucas with the gang on Radio Real Estate. Thank you for listening. Bye-bye.